Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and in this video, we're looking at my Zelos state of the collection. I have a few reservations about recording this video, but let's go ahead and share my collection here. Now, what prompted this video is the fact that I am selling one of these watches, and I have previously sold a Zelos, a Desert Gray 40 millimeter swordfish. I sold that a month or two ago, so of course that won't be in the collection here, but I have plenty of other Zelos watches to hopefully make up for that. These are not in any particular order either. So this one here is the Zelos Nova with the meteorite dial, the heat blued hands and indices. I really like this watch, even though I've not worn it all that much. I think just for video. But very nicely done watch, a nice dress watch, or everyday wear watch. So I will talk about the prices on these. These are the prices listed on the website. It's not necessarily what I paid for them, because the Zelos prices, they start out at a lower price, and then after about a month or so, the price goes up to the full retail price. So just listing off the prices to give you an idea of about what they cost. So this one is $1,049. This is the most expensive Nova. I had wanted the salmon dial one, but that sold out right away. And then I wanted the aventurine one, and that one sold out right away as well, if I remember correctly. So I ended up going with this one. I wanted something a little bit different, so I went with this. So beautiful hand wind movement. Really appreciate hand winding watches, especially when you can see the movement through a display case back. Just something about these watches with the hand winding movement. So this is leather with quick release. It also comes with a bracelet. I have not put this on bracelet. So let's get this watch on wrist. I think I forgot to go over this size. 44 by 38, and it is 8.5 thin. So very thin watch, as you would expect from a hand winding dress watch. So as you may see here, my Zelos collection has gotten a little bit out of hand, and I might have to do something about that. Well, I guess I sort of am, because I sold one of them here recently. So there we go, my 6.5-inch wrist. Let me know what you think of these watches, which one you would pick as your favorite, or which ones you would keep and get rid of. So anyway, Zelos Nova. Yeah, I really like this watch, even though I haven't worn it all that much. I don't know if these are all going to fit in frame here or not, but we'll see what happens here. Okay, next one is the Horizons V2 GMT 200 meter frost dial, and I will attempt a lume shot at the end of the video here. Some of these bracelets still in the wrap, so I don't know how this will work out, but we'll see how it goes. This is the first Zelos that I purchased new. I had purchased 2 used Zelos previous to this one, I think. I don't exactly remember. So we're looking at 45 lug to lug by 40 case diameter. The thickness on this is pretty thick at 14 millimeter. I say it's pretty thick compared to the size, but I guess it is a dive watch, though it does have a GMT and bi-directional 24-hour bezel. So it's a dive style watch, I guess you could say. I have not worn this watch, as evidenced by the bracelet still not being sized and still in the shrink wrap here. This has the older clasp with the 6 micro adjust. It does have solid end links, solid bracelet, but does not have the quick release bracelet. Also has a very nicely decorated movement. The custom rotor there with the world engraved into that rotor. This is the ETA movement. So very nicely done. Let's get this one on wrist quickly here. So this one is $8.99. Can't remember if it came with another strap or not. It's in the box, but I didn't go through all that stuff. Okay, next one, Mako V3 300 meter dive watch, and this is the teal dial. It's my first experience with a teal dial Zelos. I couldn't decide what color to get. Every time I buy a Zelos, there's 6 or so different dial colors, patterns, and I always have a hard time deciding, but I purchased the teal in this one because I did not have a teal Zelos, and this is my only teal Zelos. I really like this watch. I have actually worn this one a little bit. I'll put it on wrist in a moment. So the price on this one, $4.99. Lug to lug, 46. Case diameter, 40. Thickness on this is a bit thick at 14.5. This has the Miyota 9019 movement, I believe, so not sure why it's so thick. I would guess because of the 300 meter water resistance. I'd rather have a 200 meter watch and reduce the thickness by a mil or two. This has the newer style clasp. Oh yeah, this has sharp edges. I just felt that with my finger. Quite sharp edges on that bracelet there, bracelet clasp. So it has on-the-fly adjustment. Actually, it's a little bit out here, so you can just push that in. And you can pull that lever and slide it back out. Looks like I still have some plastic on that. So let's get this on wrist. I also like that color match date wheel. Nice touch. There we go on my 6.5-inch wrist with 52 millimeter wristband. All right, so next watch will be another Horizons. This is the Horizons 200 meter 12-hour with the frost dial and also the lumed bezel. So full lume dial, full lume bezel, lumed indices. This thing is definitely a lume monster. Can't remember if this is bi-directional. Nope, just unidirectional. The bezel action is a little stiff on this one. Let's put it back into... I think I don't really use the bezels for anything. This one's a bit stiff. There we go. Price on this one, $549. I believe this also has a Miyota 9015 movement. So lug to lug, 44. Case diameter is 39. Thickness on this is nice and thin at 12.7. Nice and thin considering that it's rated to 200 meter. And as with almost all of these Zelos watches, the lug to lug is the case. It's not from the fixed male center link, which extends that lug to lug. Apparently I haven't worn this watch either because it's still in the shrink wrap on the bracelet. The new clasp with the internal on the fly micro adjust. And this one does have the quick release bracelet. So let's get this one on wrist. I seem to remember this one looking quite well on my wrist. Yeah, this is a good size for my 6.5-inch wrist. It's a nice vintage styling as well. So, very nice looking watch. Yeah, sorry, I'm going to have to breeze through all these here. This video is probably going to take a long time. Okay, next one. We have the Zelos black tip with the crimson red. Sorry, kind of laughing at myself because, again, I still have the bracelet in the shrink wrap. Yeah. One of my reservations about putting this video together. So, this one is $4.99. Black tip, 200 meter diver with the crimson red dial. I bought this dial because I did not have another Zelos with the red dial, and I really liked how this watch looks. Reminds me of my Orient I think it's the Orient Mako 3 with the very similar color dial. I gotta find that and do a comparison video one of these days, just to look at the dial against each other. This is a little bit bigger of a watch. Admittedly, too big for me. Lug to lug, although it does have the female center links, which is great. Lug to lug is 47.5, case diameter 41. The bezel does overhang a bit though, and a thickness on it nice and thin at 12.5. So very nice watch. I do like this watch. Bezel action is nice and easy. Okay, so quick release bracelet end links there, which is impressive with the female end link. Some tight machining work there. Then it has the on-the-fly micro adjust in the clasp here. So let's get this one on wrist. Geez, you could probably go up to like a 10-inch wrist or something with this. I could probably put 2 of my wrists in here. It's got so much extra space. But anyway, here it is on my 6.5-inch wrist. Yeah, I think it looks, well, by eye it looks okay, but on camera it looks too big. It's a gorgeous dial. Zelos does some nice work with these watches. I just wonder if I can take this off without, yeah, I can take it off without releasing the clasp. Definitely get your money's worth with the bracelet on this one. Okay, now we're getting into the swordfish. So this would be the first Zelos I've ever purchased. I bought this one used because when I started getting into the Zelos watches, this one had already been out for sale for a little while. It's kind of a big and chunky watch, especially with this clasp. The bracelet, yeah, it does taper a little bit, but I would say it probably goes from 22 down to 20, and then that clasp is just gigantic. So 4 micro adjusts, solid end links, but of course you don't have the quick release. I have worn this watch for a bit. I might have lost some weight, or my wrist size reduced since I've worn it last. I don't know. So this one, $349 is what it's listed on the website. Lug to lug, 48. Case diameter, 42. And thickness on this is 13 millimeter. But again, it does have the fixed center links. Yeah, still not a bad watch for $350. I think they're selling for less than that. I haven't looked. Okay, so next one is the black sand. Very similar to this one, just different colorway. This is my first experience with black and gilt color pattern, which I discovered I really do like the color combination. And I recently purchased my Tudor Black Bay 58, kind of a similar-ish colorway. But I really come to appreciate this colorway by buying this watch. And looking at it in pictures and video, I wasn't really a fan of the color combination, but clearly I invested a bit in that color pattern, so I'm a big fan of it now. So same dimensions as this watch here, but this has the ceramic bezel insert versus stainless steel. Now I'll throw it on wrist. What the heck? There we go. Yeah, these Zelos watches get better and better with every release. There's definitely things I like on the newer ones better than this one, but it's still a good watch. I think we're about halfway through here. I don't know what to do for my thumbnail picture. Maybe I don't know, I'll figure something out. Okay, so now we're into the more swordfish, but these are the titanium. This is the titanium black sand. So very similar to the version 2 stainless steel black sand. It's quite a bit lighter. I don't know if I had this one on wrist or not. I'm going to say probably not. So dimensions on this, it's the same as this one. 48 lug to lug, 42 case diameter, 13 thickness, flat sapphire crystal. The price on this one, $449. It's quite a bit lighter too. You definitely notice the difference. This does have a stainless steel clasp, but the rest of it's titanium. This has the new system with the micro adjust on the fly, micro adjust hidden within the clasp, and it also does have the quick release end links. I'll put this on wrist. It's going to look pretty much the same as that, just a little bit different color. Quite a bit lighter as well, but you can't see that. So there we go. I don't think I can. Oh yeah, I guess I can. Don't need to open the clasp to get this one off my wrist. Okay, now we have another titanium swordfish, and this one is the forged carbon dial, forged carbon bezel insert. Price on this one, $549. Specs are essentially the same as this. I do have a video comparing these two, and this one is, I'm going to say it's about 10 grams lighter, which surprised me. I'm guessing that's just based off the forged carbon bezel insert and forged carbon dial. It's the only thing that, almost dropped it, that explains the weight difference. So I must have worn this one. It looks like it's sized for my wrist. There we go. Alright, I do have one more of these. This one I've not worn. This is the blue meteorite with the Thai Damascus bezel insert. I had missed out on buying the Thai Damascus swordfish, the whole case with this kind of a colorway. They're all different, should say colorway, but with the Thai Damascus pattern. It's so cool. I think one of these days I will purchase one of his next watches, one of the Zelos next watches with that case. If I remember correctly, they're about, I think, $1,500. The Seiko NH35 movement. Usually they are on a leather strap as well. But it'd be very cool to have a complete case with that pattern. Anyway, you can see I still have this tape on the bracelet and the clasp. That is a blue meteorite dial, but they had an issue with the lacquer being too dark or something, so you really can't see the dial, and these were kind of sold at a discount. These were sold for $499. It was a limited run. I think it sold out within a minute, so I was very fortunate, lucky to pick this one up. Again, quick release end links, on the fly, micro adjust with that clasp. Very slick system. Hopefully you guys don't hear this tape rustling around on here. So there we go. Looks pretty much like the other 1, 2, 3, 4 42 millimeter swordfish that I have. Okay, now we're into the 40 millimeter swordfish. Yeah, I really like the dial on this. I like the green bezel. Such a good looking watch. So price on this one is $349. Dimensions, we have 46 lug to lug, 40 millimeter case diameter, and 12.3 thick. So a very good size for a 200 meter dive watch, especially for my 6.5 inch wrist. Oh yeah, so these do have the quick adjust end link, but it still has the older style clasp, 6 micro adjust. The safety clasp, dual pushers. I still have tape on that. There we go on my 6.5 inch wrist, 52 millimeter wristband. And again, lug to lug on this is 46, not considering the male end links. I think that takes it out to 50. I have a video on this. So there we go. Very nicely done watch. Okay, we move on to another 40 millimeter swordfish. This one has the meteorite dial. I actually bought, not this one, but I bought one of these new. Sold it to my friend Hector. Check him out on YouTube, Winding Crowns. And then another one of these came up for sale, and I kind of regretted selling mine, so I bought this one. So yeah, this might be the first watch that I rebought. But I might be selling it again. I don't know. We'll see. So same dimensions, everything as the other one. I'll put this one on wrist quickly. Actually, let's look at this. So this is a 38 millimeter watch. This is a 40 millimeter watch, but the dial is much larger on this one. So I want at least one meteorite dial watch in the collection. Yeah, I think I'll probably keep the Nova, even though the Nova is 3 times the price. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. That's why I still have. Yeah, anyway, so I need to make some decisions here. All right, let's get this one on wrist. This seems like a darker meteorite too. I can see the meteorite pattern a lot easier on this one. Let me know your thoughts. Which meteorite dial watch would you keep? I can just see the meteorite a lot easier on this one. Anyway. There we go on my 6.5 inch wrist. I like that black date wheel as well. Okay, look at this. We're down to the last Zelos watch in my collection. And that is the mother of pearl. I really like the dial on this. I like the dial of this better than the meteorite on this one. It'd be nice if you could do a Nova with a mother of pearl. Maybe he'll do one for the next version. That would be a nice watch. This is my first and only watch with a mother of pearl dial. I really like that dial. I'm sure this video is not doing it justice, but it looks great. Price on this one, $429. I don't know if I mentioned this one. This one, $449. And the emerald green, I think I already mentioned this, but $349. This is such a gorgeous dial. All right, let me get this on wrist and we'll add up all the numbers, which I didn't really want to do. That's one reason I didn't want to do this video. I didn't want to come to the realization of the investment here. So anyway, mother of pearl, 40 millimeter swordfish. So again, these prices are the current retail price, the initial purchase price, anywhere from $150 to $150 less than what I'm saying they are now. So Nova 1049, Horizons GMT 899, Mako 499, Horizons 39mm 549, Blacktip 499, Swordfish version 2, these this one here and that one there, $349 each. All the titanium black sand $449, forged carbon $549, blue meteorite, this one here $499, emerald green swordfish $349, meteorite swordfish $449, mother of pearl $429. So all together $6,917. So maybe this video helps me to realize I might have a watch problem here. I don't know. Watchaholics Anonymous. I guess I'm not really anonymous, but anyway. Yeah, I think that will conclude today's video. Maybe I'll zoom out for a moment. Oh, so anyway, all of these watches are more than the cost of this watch, but you know, you buy them one by one, you don't really realize it, and then you look at the whole of the collection here, and then you see how much you've spent on watches. So kind of a scary thing to think about. Anyway, been rambling on very long here, probably the longest video I've ever recorded here. So if you stuck until the end, hey, I really appreciate it. If you could subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that as well. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of this collection. Which one is your favorite? And like the video. It really helps a lot. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Oh, you know what? I'll try and do a lume shot here, so just hold on and we'll see what we can do here. Well, here we go. Probably the most lume of any lume shot I've ever done. I'm not sure exactly what is what here, but as you can see, evidence here, Zelos lume is quite good. Very top right corner, I know this is the Mako. This one here is the Horizons 39. This one here is the Horizons GMT. Swordfish version 2 full lume. Then we have a mix of all the other swordfish here, and then bottom left corner, that is the blacktip. I am missing the Nova. I'm not expecting much out of this, but I could be surprised. It's not bad for a dress watch, especially considering how small the indices are. But yeah, there we go. All right, that will be the conclusion of this video. Zelos Data Collection 2021. I'm expecting it to be quite different for next year. So, all right, as always, thanks again for watching, and catch you guys on the next video.